What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. So, today I wanted to talk about challenging yourself. More importantly, checking yourself and what you should do when you take that deep, long look inside. So, let's get into it. Quote of the day: when you come to the conclusion that the self you have developed is not the self you should be, war is the answer, the catalyst. Song of the day: Two Sons by Kingdom of Giants. So, a lot of conversation goes on with my belief on not allowing any situation, person, religion, belief, nothing should dictate to you that you should be the person that you want to be, besides that's who you want to be, right? Very extensive message that we can spend a lot of time there. But at the end of the day, you decide who you want to be. The thing that we have to realize is that we're all ever evolving, we're all ever growing, we're all ever changing. And at some point, you will look at yourself and realize that you've been slacking, that you're not who you should be, you're not who you want to be. At that point, it's time to tear that person down. It's time to get rid of that person. It's time to go to war with that person because it's time to change. Uh, the one thing that I constantly believe and constantly preach is you cannot stay the person that you are now and become the person that you're supposed to be. You have to sacrifice the good to go for the great. And it's scary. It's a scary thing, especially if you're who you are and you've been who you are for a very long period of time. Change can be very terrifying. But it's a corny it's a corny quote. It's a corny example, but I always use it. The caterpillar can't become a butterfly if he decides to stay a caterpillar. You know, a cub can't become a lion if he decides to stay a cub. You have to change. You have to evolve to go where you want to be. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be scared to go to war with yourself. You know, do the work, do the research, grab it by the horn, so to speak, and go after it. If you feel like you're not a good listener, take some classes on how to listen. Do some research, watch some videos on how to listen, practice listening. If you feel like you're not a good talker, exercise talking. You weren't great at writing when you first read. You weren't great at math when they first put that problem in front of you. If you were like me, you probably had a mini stroke when you first saw all those numbers and letters mixed together. But as you practiced, as you studied, as you committed yourself to the process, you got better. It's the same thing with any trait that you see when you look in the mirror. Anything that makes you cringe about yourself, anything that you want to change. You're capable of it. You're powerful. And I say this a lot, and it's kind of overused by me, but it's something that I truly believe in. Out of all the creatures on the planet, every other creature has to be what it is. Lion has to be a lion. Eagle has to be an eagle. Shark has to be a shark. As human beings, we get to choose who we develop into. And once you realize that you're not where you want to be, grab that sword, grab that shield, grab that hammer, grab that chisel, and get to work in developing into the person that you want to be. When you come to the conclusion that the self you have developed is not the self you should be, war is the answer. Development is the answer. All right, guys, I need you to take care of yourselves. Please be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. So today, I wanted to talk about the unmeasurable factor, the unseen factor, the energy, the passion, so to speak. So let's get into it because we have an amazing quote here today. Quote of the day: in your life, at any given moment, the strongest dream in that moment wins that moment. Dave Chappelle. Song of the day: Other Side by Plas. So we all know the things that we can measure, or at least we can see, because passion can be measured. Just we all have different means to measure it by and different measuring metrics that we measure it by. But experience is something that can be written down on a paper. You can explain simply how many years of experience you have. Education can be something that can be put down. Training could even be something you can surmise. I've had so many training, I've had so many trainers, I have so many mentors. But when it comes to passion, the thing about passion is something that it must grow. It's like a fire or spark, starts small and grows. And I believe a lot of what Chappelle is talking about is passion when he's talking about strongest dream. Even though strength in a dream can be increased by experience, by knowledge, by training, a lot of times the strongest dream is driven by passion. It's something I talk about a lot, something that keeps you up at night, right? Something that haunts your every waking moment. Something that even when you're happy, you're joyful, you're surrounded by your friends, you're still thinking, man, I want that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that that has meaning. And more importantly, that has power. When you have the strongest dream, when you have the strongest passion, that does make a difference. Someone can definitely come into a situation and say they have more experience than you. But when you have more passion than that person, you're not going to be outworked. And people are going to notice it. You want something bad enough, you have enough passion for it, you have enough energy behind it, you will achieve that thing. You will attract the resources, you will attract the mentors, the people around you that will help you propel you past that person. It's one of the reasons why we love the story where the hero is joined by all of these characters and these allies that believe in their vision because they're so passionate about it and so forthcoming. It's because it's real. That happens in real life. People will come and they will add to you because they see your passion. Your passion evolves into your commitment to your thing. It's something that can readily be identified by other people who have passion in the same genre or in other genres. Like you might be the person that wants to be the greatest actor, but if you see somebody who's very passionate about their comedic presence, about their jokes, you notice that work ethic. You notice how they indulge themselves, how they consume themselves, how they throw themselves into the deep end to better their craft. I know, especially place that I see it at is when I'm at the gym. There's always someone out there who's working out a certain way, and it doesn't have to be a certain intensity, but you can feel, you can bathe, you are intruded even by their passion, by their energy. So don't be scared of any opponent or any obstacle that's going to come against you where experience becomes the barrier or knowledge becomes the barrier or they have more mentorship, they have better training. If you have more passion than that person or even equal passion, you will attract the same resources that they have. And when you have more passion than someone, you will not be outworked. In your life, at any given moment, the strongest dream in that moment wins that moment. Make sure that you have enough passion. When you're in a room, your dream is the strongest. All right, guys, I need you to take care of yourselves. Please be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.